Hey guys, it's Rachel Castille. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about self-deliverance comes from a new resolution. So when you resolve to go in another direction, you go through a lot of resistance, but it tests how real your resolve is for your new decision or your new direction. And deliverance is fully available. It's something that is just a part of salvation. Like, Yeshua's already paid for us to be free. So a lot of our struggles is because we haven't decided enough that when temptation comes, we fold in some way. I think a lot of times we don't discern what we're bowing to, and it's not conscious. So that's why we think like, oh, it's such a struggle. But it's like, you may say, okay, I don't want to drink, but you hadn't said no to all the roots that led you to even want to drink, which is completely unrelated to the alcohol or whatever. So yeah, ask God to show you what it is that your soul is really struggling with, and as you begin to resolve against those deeper rooted things, all the stuff sitting on top of it, all the trauma, all the pain, all the tendencies in your soul, all that stuff starts to get expelled and pushed out of your body, out of your soul. It's not always a demon. That's one thing I want to clarify is so we just assume that deliverance means demons. It can be, and that's why you just need to discern, is this a spirit? Or am I throwing up stuff that is lodged in my soul? These Texas roads are pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but yeah, a bunch of potholes. Anyways, yeah, it's not always a demon. It's just what is in your soul. It could be just things in your body, things that's throwing off your flow, throwing off your energy to be able to flow. That may sound like the chakras in a sense, but really when you look at that, that's just the anatomy of how the soul works. So you can have trauma locked up in your gut, locked up in all kinds of areas, and Holy Spirit's desire is to push all that out, to set you free. What is salvation? It's salvation of the soul. Yeshua came that our souls would be free, that our bodies would be healed, that everything would be made whole back to its original intent. So what does that look like? That is deliverance. Deliverance from whatever shouldn't be there, whatever has been twisted, contained, stopped up. It's like cleaning out plumbing almost, you know. I've been going through a ton of deliverance, and I've been resisting a lot of things that I didn't even know I was struggling with within myself. And as I begin to see a different future, I'm like, I don't want this in my life anymore. I don't want to deal with wanting approval from people anymore. I don't want to bow to what people might be thinking about me anymore, you know. Things of this nature, like these deeper rooted things. Yeah, I don't want to run from rejection anymore. Yeah, I don't want to believe, you know, like you get into these deeper things. Everybody's soul has a different struggle, but how you get free from this deeper stuff, it's whenever you actually see a different future and you say, you know what, I'm done living this kind of life. I'm done bowing, succumbing to a reality where this can affect me, you know, where I live subject to this. And that's a choice. You know, it's something that, it's a thought, and you either entertain it, you manage it, you nurture it. What thoughts are you nurturing? If you're nurturing, oh, I need to adjust because people are thinking this about me, you're nurturing the thought you said you don't want to serve anymore. You're accommodating it. I'm talking to myself. I'm learning this. How to get free is I have to actually catch what I'm doing. And a lot of the times that's why we're saying, oh, I'm just always struggling with all this demonic stuff. And it's because of heart choices we're still making. We're the one in the authority. Nothing has authority over us. We gave it authority in our life because we're the higher authority. So when we acknowledge that and we stop seeing ourselves as like this lowly little human, no, we're divinity. We are divine. We literally are created in the very image of God. our lives is literally the byproduct of our choices, of our heart choices, the decisions we make, what we accommodate, what we serve, what we nurture, what gets us to jump, what gets us to move. That's a choice of the heart. So it doesn't matter what you've ever served in the past. If you decide no, your no's going to be tested, but that's good. It's good to see if your no is real. Come and try me. Come and try me. Everything that could show me whether I meant it or not. Come and try me. That's how you need to have that attitude. Come and try me so I can see where I really am. We live in delusions of who we think we are, of how good we think we are, and we need to see where we really are so we can actually get to that good place we think we're living in, because we're not there, and that's okay. That's the beauty of the humbling process of growth and maturity, is you can't mature if you're not willing to see your starting place, if you're not willing to have your starting place be seen by others as well, to live from that real place and have the light show you where you are. So don't fear what man can say about you, what man thinks about you. Maybe it's something you need to hear. And then see what's true in it. See what's rooted in jealousy from other people, or envy, or hatred, or unforgiveness, bitterness. See the root, the place from which other people are speaking, and then you'll know what to do with what they're saying. You just be like, oh, categorize that as, oh, that's just bitterness talking. There's no truth in what they're saying. Or sometimes there's absolute truth in it, and you're living in a delusion, an illusion, and somebody turned the light on you. But guess what? A person who wants to see themselves will welcome it all. Because when you're willing to see yourself, you start to see other people clearly too, and then you know where to go from there. So this is all a delivering process. So welcome this into your life. Know that deliverance is available. Know that it is your birthright. It's been said it's the children's bread. That refers to a story about the crumbs that the dogs, even the dogs eat the crumbs. But yeah, that basically is inferring that, I forgot how it is, but essentially deliverance is the children's bread. It's the, I don't remember how that works. That's all good. But yeah, it's for us. It's been given salvation. This is just the government assistance of heaven, basically. We've already been qualified to be delivered. When we acknowledge the power that we really walk in, we acknowledge our life is a complete reflection of our inner landscape, then we stop thinking that some outside force is fighting us. Yes, there are evil spirits, but they can only work with what your will is choosing. And they can try to lead you further in that wrong direction, but the wrong direction was something in your heart. It could be something that's lodged in your heart that you need to be delivered from. It could be trauma from the past. It could be things that people did to you and it affected how you see yourself. It affects the lens you're looking through. So you have a false reality that you're looking through and really don't have a way to see differently, considering that stuff is still there. But as you desire to see clearly, to see from God's perspective, God will open that up to you and start to show you what truth is. No one is ever stuck in an illusion. If there's something you gain from the illusion, you'll keep it. If you like being a victim, you would hate to not be one. If you get a lot of benefits from being one, you got to look at that deeper rooted stuff, because we all can move. The second you want to move, you'll move. I love something that Apostle Andre Pfizer said in my husband's interview with him, he talked about when you're ready to move, you'll move. And you won't move a second sooner. You can't make somebody move. But the second you see yourself in a new house, you start packing up, you start finding a way. The money appears for you to get moving because it's time to move. That is something that is available. Every person can move. but it comes with a sacrifice. It comes at a cost, and that's not like, oh, it's this bad thing of like, it costs so much. It costs the old life you were living. You gotta get free of the addiction of the comfort zone that it was. Your addiction to the comfort and normality and what was regular to you. And that's what holds a lot of people back, is the unknown, the unfamiliar is a bit more scary than the pain and the trauma and life as usual. And I learned how to manage this, so I'm good, you know. Yeah, I'm going through a lot of deliverance myself, but it looks different for every person. But I'm going through a lot of purging, man, because I am finally saying no to the deepest things in my soul. I felt for the last couple of weeks, like I literally was telling my husband, I feel like my soul is being ripped inside out, like I'm being flipped from the inside out, like everything, it's hard to describe. Like I would go through such like painful, emotional, just like stuff coming out of me, and then physical, like stomach purging that's painful, and burping, and literally like my insides are being flipped out, and I'm getting freer, man. Like, life is so much better when that deep-rooted stuff is pulled out of you. Nobody laid hands on me. Nobody prayed for me. I made a decision that I will not live with this stuff no more. I will not listen to its voice anymore. I will not be dictated by its pace and its recommendations. That's the choice that started deliverance. At any point in my life where I made a choice, that's when I got delivered. And it's a process. Like the residue of the past is real. Residue of having demons is real. Residue of choices, of things I taught my soul was normal, that someone else taught my soul was normal. All of that, it's like an uprooting, eviction of things that makes the floor come up when you remove it. Like the foundation cracks. But it's so amazing. There's so much freedom available. So if anything, I pray this video encourages you as you just watch me change, because I am changing. And what I've seen is manifesting, because I am becoming and seeing myself apart from all the things that dictated my thinking for so long, that dictated my behavior, my emotional responses. That is what freedom is. And that is available when you choose it, when you want it more than you want all the things you've been wanting, because you choose what you want most. So you got to come to a place where you understand, where you can be honest. It's like, I want comfort more. Therefore, I'm not choosing growth. You know the repercussions of making decisions based on that for a lifetime? Those are two very different life paths. Yeah. It's hard. But it's worth it, man. And Holy Spirit will guide you. Like you won't be alone. You won't be alone. But again, I say this a lot. Just don't settle. Don't settle. Seek for the more. Ask God for the strength, for the grace to turn from your evil ways. Evil as in it's twisted. It's not your design. It's not what you were born for. It's not what freedom truly is. Bondage may be normal, but it doesn't make it the original. So decide to live in the original. Decide to discover, to learn your original design intent, and allow God to restore you to that place. And man, live an infinite, unlimited life. Your life is whatever you dream it to be. Dream with God, see it, step into it. Live a good life. Love yourself. All right, guys, that's it. Have a blessed one.